This is Naturally High, and you see her hair? You see her hair. She knows what she's talking about, yeah?
And I strongly recommend trying this if you haven't done it before.
In this video, I'm going to share just 2 of Naturally High's tips that have helped me to massively retain length. And if you've not heard of Naturally High, her name is Asha and she's a certified trichologist. Hope I pronounced that right. And not only is she qualified, she's also got experience of growing her own hair really healthy and, you know, really long. So in this quick video, let's talk about these 2 tips that are going to help us to retain length. Once again, guys, it's Celestine here from this Natural 2020 channel, and I'm here growing my hair from shaved to tailbone length in 7 years. I'm about nearly 5 years into the journey, and I've just hit mid-back length. So we're aiming to get to waist length by the end of this year. Let's see if I can do it. What do you reckon? Hopefully I can. Obviously, a lot of us here, we want long and healthy hair. That's the main reason why, you know, we watch videos like the one that you're watching right now, or I watch a lot of videos as well. That's exactly what we want, long, healthy hair. But some of us feel like it won't work. It feels like we watch all of this content and it feels like maybe our hair can't get to those longer lengths. But if you're doing anything like what I was doing, I was kind of intending to grow my hair, but I wasn't intending to retain length. So this was, you know, many years ago. I always thought, oh, okay, yeah, let's see hair growth. And I was seeing hair growth because hair grows from the scalp, but I wasn't seeing any length retained because it was breaking off at the ends. And maybe that's where you are as well as you're watching this video. So let's get into the first tip. And this is one of these tips that it has really helped me to retain length. Okay, so the first one is called cocooning, or something I refer to it as on my channel is vine wrapping. So I first heard about this from Asha, or Naturally High, and she talks about cocooning the ends of her hair. A few years down the line, I then was following Naturally Nika. You may have heard of her. She's also got really long, healthy hair. But yeah, and cocooning or vine wrapping is a way to protect the ends of our hair. And how do we do it? How do we cocoon or vine wrap the ends of our hair? Well, you simply just take the ends of your hair and, you know, fold it upwards and then wrap it around almost like a vine, basically, to give that, you know, that effect. Now, what's really funny is when I first saw Naturally High doing this, my hair was way too short to do it, because if you remember, I've been growing my hair out from shaved, and I first discovered her literally 5 years ago. So my hair was shaved. I couldn't do anything with it then. And even as it got a little bit longer, it was still too short to be able to do that. But it's only been probably the last 2 to 3 years that I've been able to consistently, well, I wouldn't say consistently, but I've been able to be cocooning or vine wrapping a little bit more often. So I think that's really cool, again, to be able to see the growth that I've been experiencing. And the reason why we do this, again, is because it is just a great way to protect our ends. Once again, the ends of our hair are the oldest part of our hair and also the most fragile. So they're constantly breaking off, and that's usually why we're not seeing longer hair. But if we're able to protect it in various ways, this is one of them, then, you know, we hopefully are going to see longer hair. Another thing that I do, which I speak about a lot on other videos, is I seal my ends with flaxseed gel. But I'm not going to talk about that in this video. Let's get on to the second tip. But just before we go there, if you are someone that, again, is wanting to retain length, maybe you have no idea where to start, maybe you've tried a few things and they've just not been working, then feel free to hit the link in the description box of this video where you can download my free tips on how to get past bra strap length. That will hopefully help you. Those are literally things that I literally did with my hair when my hair was stuck at shoulder length. It had never been longer than that before. And as you can see from various videos in this video, and also pictures on my thumbnails and whatever, you know, my hair has grown way longer than that now. It's literally the longest my hair has ever been so far. And so those tips have really worked for me. You're welcome to just click the link in the description and get a hold of that for yourself as well. Right, the next tip is clumping. So what is clumping? I'm not going to explain it too much. What I will actually encourage you to do is actually just hit the link of this video above here after, and Naturally High, in her video, she is explaining clumping. But just in a short way of explaining it, it's the process of keeping your hair in sections so that you're not constantly separating or manipulating your hair. A great example of this is when people wear twist outs. So let's say you've twisted your hair, maybe you've kept it twisted for 2-3 days, whatever it is, and then you undo the twist out. Sometimes you can undo just the two tendrils, or other people will undo a bit more than that and fluff it out so that it's more what's the word, voluminous. I don't feel like I'm saying that right. If you were clumping, you wouldn't necessarily do that. You wouldn't necessarily want to fluff out all of your hair, because then it leaves each individual strand a bit more exposed, and then your hair isn't clumped. Now, I have shared this in another video, and the way that I described this was using the Bible verse in Ecclesiastes, which says that, what does it say again? Oh my gosh. That's it. It says that a 3-strand cord is not easily broken or not quickly broken. So what that tells me is that when strands are together, when more strands are together, they are stronger. When individual strands are separated, they are weaker. So it's way better to keep our hair clumped. And again, the way that Asha does this is she will plait the root of her hair. And then, for example, if she has had a twist out, she will still keep these sections in the sections. She won't change those sections necessarily. So that is one way to do it. And that's also a way to still maintain your twist out, but also keep your hair clumped. I personally don't really wear twist outs very often. I think probably once a year or something like that. So the way that I, in a sense, keep my hair clumped is I literally recycle these sections that you're seeing here. So all these twists that I have in my hair right now, these are basically recycled sections. So on my wash day, I wash my hair in these twists. I will then undo one twist at a time and then re-plait or retwist just that one section. Then I'll move on to the other. And that means that I'm not constantly parting my hair with a rat tail comb or combing through it or whatever it is. I'm just not doing the most. I'm doing as little as possible to keep my hair clumped. And I would say the main reason why this is really good for our hair is because it's less manipulation. Some people do say, if you want your hair to grow, don't do anything with it. And I mentioned this on the last video. And I think a better way to put that, so that we're being clear in our communication, is low manipulation, not no manipulation. It would be, terrible if we just didn't touch or manipulate our hair at all, because our hair just doesn't work like that. Do you know what I mean? For example, it needs to be stretched. One of the good things that help our hair to grow is by stretching it. And so that does require some manipulation, but we don't want to be in our hair every single day, changing up the styles every single day, combing it every single day, brushing it every single day, gelling it every single day. We don't want to do all of that, because that is just doing the most. But what we want to do is get low manipulation. And I've just realized my plait is falling out. Awkward. So once again, if you're someone that is, really desiring to retain length and you haven't been seeing that kind of growth before, if you feel like you're stuck at a plateau, then 100% this is absolutely for you, because this is going to help you to start retaining length in your ends. And if you're retaining length, then what's going to happen? You're going to see your hair getting longer and longer and longer and longer until it's down to your tailbone, like mine will be. Oops, shame, shaking the camera. All right, I'm going to link a video here where I was talking about how I retain length, and I think it's something like 8 tips on how I retain length. So feel free to click that video if that's something that you know is going to benefit you on your hair growth journey. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See ya!